don't know why you're set up to that. Alright, game. Alright, computer. Do you, I guess. Must be because I plugged in. Alright, I was making sure capture card and stuff was working. Sometimes it decides to not work. It's old. Anyway, hello, internet. Picking up where we left off on Grace Attorney, doing more of case 3. I know I'm late, like 20 minutes or so. I was over at Hoculi's stream for their like Toku predictions thing. So they were laying out some... They were answering questions on predictions for Revice. And I was in chat answering them along, because... fuck it. I'll throw my thoughts out there. Oh, good. Someone in Setup Up Discord agrees with me that Durandal's garbage. should fucking time stop himself out of the existence of that show so Reika can have a better character. But yeah, I was over there answering things. It was mainly like, it was yes or no questions, and then a numerical questions, and then it was like your 3 main predictions. And it was like 1 point, 3 points, depending on how close you are, and then 5 points if you were dead on your predictions. I don't remember all my answers. I don't remember all the questions. I have to go back and do up a quick doc on the side just to be like, well, here's all my answers to everything. I want to see if I actually outscore all of the 4 of these chuckleheads. I want to see if I beat them in a year's time. That might end up being a thing. I might carry this over to TGS this weekend just to give us something else to talk about. Since, like, we have the state of play to talk about, but I'll be honest, like, all I saw was, like, the Marvel-related things and the God of War thing. I didn't see much else get tweeted out about the event because I did not watch it myself because I was busy helping my dad get our new stove installed. So, I was busy. And by then, I was tired, and I did not want... I was hot and tired, and I was like, I don't feel like watching at the moment. So... bleh, words. I only caught the stuff on Twitter. But I did catch that we get Spider-Man 2 with, I believe, Kraven and Venom as our villains, from the looks of it. And apparently, I don't know why they've announced that like 2 years out. Like, maybe 2+ years, depending on development. But like, that seems a long way out to be announcing this game. But I guess it's because they're technically working on a Wolverine game, and they don't want people to be like, oh, why are you not doing Spider-Man 2? And it's like, oh, well, we are working on Spider-Man 2. It just is later, because we're doing the Wolverine game now, I guess. Even though that didn't have a release date. And I'm like, okay. Because I would presume it's Wolverine, then Spider-Man 2. I presume. I don't know. But yeah, the new God of War looked fine. It looked as good as, like, the last God of War. I did find it funny. They were like, this is the end of the Norse saga. I guess that saga that includes all 2 games. That's not really a saga. That's just a duology. I'm a stickler for terminology sometimes. But yeah, with Revice, I had the 3 predictions that I threw out, and actually I actually threw them out before one of them got out. But you're supposed to not have repeats with everyone else, so I would technically need a 4th prediction, but my 3 main predictions are all because of Rube, because it's very, 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 very easy to see the Rube connections in this show. And I was just like, we're just gonna do the Rube things because fuck it. Because I don't know. Because, like, there's other things I could predict, but I'm like, those are all softballs. I want to try and have some fun with these. So, like, my 3 predictions were that all 3 of the siblings, so Iki and his, like, brother and sister, are going to be writers by the end of the show. That's because in Rube, all 3 of the siblings in Rube become Ultraman. They're Rosso Blue and Groob. They actually all 3 have like a fusion form. That's Groob. Whereas Rosso and Blue have the Rube fusion form. So. And again, it's like fucking the tweets out there of someone who laid out all these Ultraman and Rube comparisons. I'm like, yeah, all my predictions are going to be just, oh yeah, but that thing that happened in Rube, it's going to happen in this show, because fuck it. Because I got nothing else. I could softball something to be like, yeah, Vice is taking a death because every character like him and Ryder takes a death at some point. Like, always takes a death. Every single one of the Imagine took a death. Ankh took multiple deaths. Dragon in Wizard took a death. And I do like how Squall literally described phantoms when describing what he wanted the monsters in Revice to be, and I'm like, you are literally just describing phantoms from Wizard. That's literally what phantoms are in Wizard. Have you not seen Wizard? Do you not remember Wizard? This happened. But that was my first prediction. And Squall, actually, Squall Carlson, one of the Toku people, the big Toku people, that was actually his first prediction, was all 3 siblings were going to be writers. And I'm like, yeah, that's going to happen. And I also have the insider knowledge. And by insider knowledge, I mean I actually pay attention to a lot of news and stuff. So they've already spoiled that the brothers are becoming a writer. That was at the press conference. And one of the numerical questions was how many writers we're going to get. And they already teased that George, the scientist guy, was going to become a writer. So I fully expect all 3 of them to be writers. But the whole George becoming a writer plays into my second prediction of he's going to be a villain. He's going to be a villain. Because he's in the same position. I forget his name in Rube. But he was like the helpful guy in Rube until mid-season. Oh no, he's toxic fanboy. George is toxic fanboy. George is going to turn out to be a toxic fanboy. And the main girl of the Dead Man's is going to get redeemed. She's going to become a good guy. Because, again, that's what happened in Rube. Main female girl got redeemed. So those were my softball predictions. I think writers, I went 8. Just because and I know this because of Arc 5, that, I think it's Roku? Like, the Japanese word for 8, is similar to the word for death. So I'm like, there's probably going to be 8 writers. That sounds like a nice theming scheme. So, like, Revi, Vice, the brother, who's probably going to be your secondary writer, plus his Vice-like companion, because we know we're getting a second one of those. Because toy listings, because, again, I pay attention to that shit. If we are putting money in this game, you better fucking believe I'm going to actually look into all the actual confirmed information. Thank you, Matt Hunt, for all the work you do. For all that. You better believe I'm using all that information to my advantage to make these predictions. Because I damn sure am going to take every advantage I can get. But, like, those two... Brother... George is probably going to become a writer at some point. He's probably going to be, like, some Dark Rider that uses, like, Dark Rider stamps. Because I believe that's in the scans in the toy information we have at the moment. That's confirmed. Them, the sister... So that's 5. We'll probably get a movie writer of some kind for a movie. And we'll probably get like 2 bad guy writers, because they've moved towards doing main bad guys as writers. And I have a feeling the show's going to do the exact same thing. So I don't doubt for a second that we won't have 1 or 2 bad guy writers as like successive main villains, kind of like how we did in Saber, like how we did in 01, like we had in Build. Technically it was a Vault the whole time, but you get the idea. Well, we kind of went from Grease to Rogue to a Vault, and they were all writers. Because I also feel like, okay, if you're making these predictions just based off the Rara era, you are severely kneecapping your ability to predict these shows. If you're counting like the last like 10 years worth of Heisei writers before 01, you have a lot more idea of how the formula goes for writer, and I can guarantee you. We will get like a writer as the main villain. I can almost guarantee it. A writer will be the main villain. It's gonna happen. But yeah, like that, like, how many things are we gonna argue about on Final Forms, essentially? And I'm like, 4 of them, probably. We'll probably get, like, the last episode one. The proper actual one. That will be the Psycho form. And we'll probably get a movie one, and then like 1 more. Granted, a softball one, another softball one would be, the final form will be Revy and Vice fused together. It will be Kamen Rider Revice, and that will technically be a separate writer. Because they technically have done that twice already for Reira era, and I'm starting to wonder if that's going to be the case, where technically the final form is its own separate writer. To separate as a separation. But I'll have to wait and see. I can't really remember anyone else. Oh, how many main cast members are taking a death that aren't the villains? And that was like 3, because Vice is taking a death, because every character like him takes a death. He's taking a death. It doesn't matter if it's permanent or not. He's taking a death. He's going to take a death, go to respawn, come back in some X amount of time. Or something. And then Icky probably is going to take a death. And then somebody else on the supporting cast might take a death and get reason and come back. At least that's my thought. At least somebody major in Phoenix is taking a death. And that's gonna instigate, like, escalate things. What else? Will we get the thing we've been getting so far? Yes. An easy yes. Like, Like, it's easy enough because of 01 and Saber to say, yeah, we're probably going to get the base suit renamed as a different form with a new gimmick. But, as I've pointed out, this has been happening far longer than that. They have just now decided to attach a toy to it that they will sell to you on Premium Bandai. Like I said, there's a reason, like, here's the thing, Heisei Phase 2, Neo Heisei, whatever you wish to call it, that's my era of Rider, essentially, because it's the era of Rider I know the most about, is the era I've watched the most shows in to completion. It is the one I am well versed into, and I can guarantee you this, everything the Rare era is doing is built very heavily on the foundation the Phase 2 Heisei made. If you know that era very well, you pretty much can predict a lot of Rera, because that's what they're doing. That's where they're taking. That's all their lessons learned is right there, of what worked, what didn't work about that season. Yeah, guess what we haven't gotten since Build is non-electronic gimmicks. Well, I say that, and technically, like, half the Winter Ride books are technically non-electronic, but, like, Saber was, like, the closest we've gotten in a while to, like, non-electronic gimmicks. Because, like, the electronic gimmicks really sell. Like, really sell. So, yeah. And here I was thinking I was gonna come on here and, like, be a little bit jealous, I guess. Because, and I'll show this on stream real quick, because, like, the guy did a really good job. I'm just a little mad, because I'm like, I did this too, and I guess everyone forgot about it. Let me see if Firefox decides to choose. I did choose the right one this time. So, at SpinNash54 on Twitter. He's over on the Soda Pop Discord. He did up a Google Doc sheet detailing all of Soto and Shoto. And he has it broken down by show. And it's each page is by show. And then the rows are by writer, and then the columns are by form. So, for example, like here with Saber, you've got Brave Dragon, Dragon Jakun, Dragon Butasan, Dragon Arthur, and you see, it just keeps going. All the way through all of them. Not quite up to date with Book 10 just yet. Neither am I on my stuff, so. Yeah, it's a good op. And it includes Shoto, so let's go all the way over here. You've got all the Shoto verses in X releases cataloged. There's all the Ichigos, Takeshi Hongo on his own, the Nigos, the Chakra combatants we've gotten, some of the Chakra monsters, the Chakra riders, Great Leader, all that. And it goes through, like, just about everything. I think this is pretty up to date. I think he's got like wave 10 missing, and I think maybe something else. But because of this, you can kind of see like the two main gaps of like Soto Shoto at the moment is here with not Wizard, technically with Wizard because we got Shoto X14 with Wizard, but if we go to actually he got rid of those pages. He did have because he did this from a Figuarts cataloging he did. And he still had the Drive and Ghost pages up, but they were just the Figuarts pages because we have no Candy Toy or modern Candy Toy Drive and Ghost figures. We just have their original lines from way back when, before Soto Shoto kind of became a unifying, like, overarching thing for Candy Toy figures. So drive and ghost are kind of the bigger lacking ones. But yeah, it's getting some retweets and stuff from people. I'm like, hey, I've got mine for like a year or like a year plus now. And I tweeted it out and I dropped it in the Soda Pop Discord, but I guess it didn't catch on with anyone like this did. I guess because it just doesn't have that Shoto cataloging, mainly because mine breaks down the individual boxes. It goes by actual series line, by the actual lines. Each page is the line itself. So it's Soto X8, Soto Build, Soto Geo, Soto 01. And then the rows are by wave. So it's like wave, like essentially like stage 1, stage 2, stage 3, etc. for X8. And then the columns are all per box, which is how mine's broken down. Yeah, I guess it just didn't latch on like this did for a lot of people, which that's fine. I still haven't updated mine. Mine's actually missing book 10 as well, along with the Ryuki stuff that I have the materials to update it with. I just haven't gotten around to doing it, so I still need to do that. But the other thing I wanted to show off was over here from at Bioimagination. So he did these drawings of like a proper like Saber Almighty in a 0-1 realizing Hopper form, and I really like these. I like that like Saber Almighty is just a mirrored like Brave Dragon form, with like a little bit of Draconic Knight kind of in the helmet up here, but it's a lot more like reds and yellows. I dig that. And then the 0-1-1 is this kind of mix of like base 0-1, base 0-2, and type 1, with some of the blue in there, because it also has like type 0 or type 1's collar piece. Yeah, I dig these. I like these. I wish these were the actual canon forms instead of the no budget solutions we got. I just wanted to show those off since I've had them bookmarked for a while. I need to... I'm pulling up in case I get stuck somewhere. The guide I've been using for a Great Ace Attorney. One at least. Just in case we get stuck somewhere. But we might not go as long tonight. But we'll see where we are in like an hour or so. We'll definitely hit one of the stopping points of the case itself for the trial. And we'll probably just call it there. Fair. Fair, Yunosuke. Very fair. I mean, you are on trial for an assault that I'm fully expecting to be turned into a full murder before the end of this case. I am fully expecting it to be a murder by the end. But if anyone wants to know, I don't know, I'm not like hot on Revice at the moment. It's fine. The first episode was fine. It did everything it really needed to do for a first episode to just get us going. But after Saber recently, I need the month to like see how this show's going to go. I need a better idea of how this show's going to go, so I need like the full month of episodes to really judge it. Do we really know the victim in this case? Now that I think about it. I don't think we do. I don't think they've even bothered to give us that information, which... That's never a good sign. Of them not giving us the victim's information. At this point. I mean, that too. But technically, we've beaten him on a technicality, so... I mean, our odds are up there. That's just because it's him. It has nothing to do with the victim. Why not? Wondering if that isn't 5th case stuff at the moment. Because it feels weird to be like, this is like our first proper Ace Attorney like case, and it's the second to last case of this game. Because our first one was just us doing, like, the standard, like, trial tutorial with no investigation. Like, the second case had, like, our normal investigation stuff, but it was just that. There was no trial. And then our third case had 0 investigations, really, outside of what we did with the stagecoach. But, like, this 4th case, this is the first, like, proper, like, full Ace Attorney case for us. And it's, like, second to last one. It feels weird. And honestly, I don't mind that big variety. That we're not spending, like, 4/5 of the game doing the same thing. We're only gonna spend, like, the last 2/5 of it, like, doing a whole investigation trial thing. And I want to say from the breakdown I saw, was the guide I'm using in case I get stuck on something doesn't give any spoilers. It just says, this is what you need to present, this is what you need to investigate, or press, etc, etc, etc. It just tells you what you need to do to progress the game, not necessarily the context of any of it. So... I mean, he is a Wright. He has extraordinarily bad luck. Not as bad as Ryutaro, though. I think the fifth case does 2 investigation and 2 trial segments. It's the only one in this game to do so, which cool, because this one is just going to be like a 3-part trial. Granted, how the hell this is breaking down into 3 parts, fucking good lord. If I were to guess right now, I'm going to assume this first part is going to be us. Be us at least breaking down whatever witnesses they decide to bring up. And then part 2 is going to be like some... like, ah shit, we get hit the curveball. We need like 5 minutes. We get curveball by something and we gotta like then deal with that. And then part 3 is probably us breaking the true culprit behind this. Because also, I don't think we've really met our true culprit of the case. If I had to guess, it's Clown Man we ran into at the end of the investigation. That is our criminal. That is one who did crime. Oh, we got some different jurors. I think we still have the one note-taker lady? Oh no, we have the maid, not the note taker. We have the maid. Oh god, 2 of our jurors are witnesses from last time, I think. One second, folks. I gotta step away and let my dog out. Amic. Yeah, that is... fuck, that's the witness from last time. Unless it's supposed to be a different person, they're just reusing the model. Jeez, the jury is... Zeeks, that was your second one? Oh, okay, olive green. Okay, so our... So we don't even really know who got stabbed, because we're just assuming it's this one person that she looks like. That doesn't feel like a plot point. That's not lasting long. Let me hit that court record button. I want to check that real quick. Stop build, early 20s. Royal Beat. Probably is our other witness. So she had something on her that gave her a name. So she had an ID of some kind. That's how they ID'd her. Large knife wound. And yeah, officers the... One second. Check that knife. Open for me. So it's a pocket knife. The tip is broke. Eyes open actually. It's stuffing? That has no tip. That feels like a plot point. else? Not particularly. Okay. What are they thinking the motive is? So we have no motive. Fantastic.
Yes. Objection.
Zeke's, what the fuck? Why are you just yeeting that bottle into the gallery? Zeke's, what are you doing? Oh, are you standing in for the officer? Testimony? Alright. Okay. I was about to say, yeah, we just get magnifying glass on this. That's 3 very specific books in her pouch. Alright. Alright, already in the corner. Time to fight our way out of it. This feels like a full court press. So we can try to get something else that we can go against. Alright, that doesn't give us anything. Alright, give me one second. I'm gonna see if my dog wants back in. Alright, I'm back. Hey, Charizard. We're chipping away at case 4. Right now, I'm just trying to fish out for something to object to, but don't think I'm getting anything right now. Ryosuke, please. Please, slam that disc like you mean it. Stop. Stop baby slapping it. Now my dog wants in. 1 second. Alright, I'm back. So we've got 3 books we can't see the names of. Wait... We contradict this? Three books. Picture of Monster Lecru, Meal for Gabriello, and Canterbury Earrings. So are these supposed to be, like, not real books? Because Canterbury Earrings sounds like Canterbury Tales. I don't recognize the other two. I don't know, those look like pretty thick books. I'm not sure on that. Hang on. Yeah, I liked the first episode. After not being the hottest on Saber, I'm gonna need the full month to get a good feeling. But I was in the chat for Hakilis, Tokusatsu Ultra podcast for when they talked about episode 1 of Revised, and I was like, it's a good 7. It's good. I dug it. It's not doing anything wrong. I think my only problems really are that yeah, like Vice, he's like, you're getting close to that line where I'm like, you could be really annoying. Just come back a little bit, rein it in some. Doesn't help I'm watching Den-O right now, which is the easiest comparison, but like O's is a good comparison show as well to this, with how to handle a rider-monster partnership kind of situation. I don't know if I care for his breaking of the fourth wall. It feels weird. I don't... Like, I get it's supposed to be a joke, but I'm like, you could just not do this. It feels like it breaks the flow of the episode when he does it. Especially at the end of that first episode when everyone's like worried about the mom, and he's there being like, hey guys, shh, hey guys, check out the next episode. Hey, you know this dramatic scene? Hey, you should check out next week's episode. That's what it felt like. Oh, 3 more bottle kits, nice. More of the figurized stuff or something else? Yeah, I think that's where you and me need to separate on that one. Oh, cool. Well, whatever they may be, I hope your build experience is good. Ooh, get one in tomorrow. Nice. I need to listen to the Revices theme a little bit more. I haven't listened to it too much. Unfortunately, now I... Is it the name? Mm-hmm. Oh, no. That wasn't his brother that got rejected. That was random Phoenix dude. His brother's the one that didn't stamp it at all. He got spooked by the fact that, oh, if I fuck up, I make another monster. Oh no, I don't know if I'm ready for that. Nah, his brother was or the guy that birthed the Rex monster was rando Phoenix guy in charge. Yeah, that's fine. Mm-hmm.
Objection.
Ah, we finally got him. Granted, I fully expect him to be a writer at some point because I'm sure you probably haven't seen Ultraman Rube. But a lot of like elements of this show, like the family run business, the family supporting cast, fanboy scientist guy, a lot of that kind of stuff is the same in Ultraman Rube. A little too similar. And for me at least, I feel like, yeah, I did see that trailer. I didn't watch the whole state of play. I just saw a few of the trailers from the event. I saw that. I saw the the God of War Ragnarok one, the Wolverine one, and I didn't see the teaser for it, but I did see that we finally had confirmation of the Old Republic remake, which we talked about like 3 months ago on the podcast when it was first rumored. Just saying. Okay, here's the thing. They've been hinting at that at the end of both that and both the first game and Miles. So I'm not surprised. That has been on the table for a while. I was like, oh cool, Venom. Look at you paying off your teases. Hell yeah, good job, Insomniac. Honestly, that's what I feel like me and Tommy talked about this a while back on the podcast, but of trying to figure out like what they were going to do for Spider-Man 2, and like a Peter Miles co-op feels like the direction. Because we kind of have... Because we have that one moment with like Spidey and MJ that's not necessarily co-op, but is like one person doing something else at the same time. Or you directing the AI as necessary?
Objection. Objection. Objection.
But that's probably the direction they're going to go. I don't know how that's going, what all that's going to entail. We do have confirmation of both Venom and Kraven as the villains. Yeah, in the episode, they said that the dead man's like broke into a Phoenix base like before the start of the episode and like stole a bunch of vice stamps. Which curiously, and this is a detail that you could see pre-episode 1 and the crossover episode, and I think a preview image from I think on the Revice's Twitter account. But the ones that the Deadmans have does not have the rider detailing on them behind the animal. It doesn't have the rider helmets. So they're like a pre-purified version of them of some kind, potentially. Because the bottom one in the crossover didn't have it, and then on the Twitter, the spider one, which I think was the first time we've seen the spider buy stamp, didn't have excuse me, detailing either. And we know that the mammoth one is supposed to be I think it was supposed to be Mammoth, not Megalodon. No, it was Mammoth. But yeah, the Mammoth one's supposed to be Deno, so. Susato, please do not assault the prosecution. Also, we point out a contradiction and get fucked anyway. Fantastic. Yeah, and it's 20 slots, if I recall correctly. Which we only know of 10 Vice stamps so far in show. I think toy listings give us an additional 2 Vice stamps. I think current toy listing information that we do have says we have additional 2, so that's 12. I'm curious what all they'll be. Because a part of me is like, okay, so these aren't all like regular Vice stamps, right? If they're giving us this, if this is like the end card thing, so like there's gonna be like that's accounting like maybe all of Vice's forms, maybe? I'm not sure. Oh, the remix form. That is next week. Because we get from the preview we've gotten, we're getting the double form and then the Rex remix next week. Okay, I'm not sure on this. I'm in a little autopilot mode. I was about to say, always in this instance, we gotta raise an objection unless they want to throw a twist at us. But I'm also curious, because Japanime on Twitter thankfully put out a quick little image of the 2 previous Reiwa riders and all 20 Heisei riders to show, like, what we're missing in terms of, like, corresponding stamps. And we're missing 12? Let me look real quick. Give me 1 second. I need to review the image. Because I think I quoted someone else the wrong number. We're missing 13 riders represented in the Vice stamps. So 01 and Saber aren't. And then Agito, Ryuki, Blade, Hibiki, Kabuto, Kiva, Oz, Wizard, Drive, Ghost, and Build aren't represented at all. Which the Spider one might end up being one of them. I don't know who, because the colors aren't the best representation of them, because I think the Fize one technically doesn't match base Fize. It matches up with Fize Axel instead. So we can't go off colors currently. On Vice stamps, we don't know what exactly are. That's even assuming those Vice stamps do get a rider attached to them. Of course, I'm also assuming that, like, 01 and Saber might not be in show. They might be saved for, like, a movie or a special or something. Especially the Saber one. I wouldn't be surprised if we get a Revice Saber movie at some point. That, bleh. Revice gets a Saber Vice stamp. Or Revice gets a Saber Vice stamp. I thought I said the wrong thing.
Objection.
God damn it, we are fucked on this case already. But I liked Revice. I think my only problem with Revice at the moment, like, I wouldn't even say majorly, it's just a weird nitpick of mine, is I don't like that all of his forms are the same color palette. I kind of wish they were different color palettes. Not even the color palettes of the different riders that they're attached to, just different color palettes in general. Just to, like, diversify them. So we're gonna get all six just dunk us in the closing argument, because I saw on the guy we're gonna get the closing argument. So I was like, yeah, we screwed. We're gonna have to fight our way out of this.
Guilty.
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 Guilty. Guilty.
Saw that coming. Yep, time to get a closing argument and hope for the best. Come on, Yunosuke. Fuck up. We still got one card to play. Crap, I emptied my bottle already. Alright. See if we can throw them against each other. Okay. Uh... You're no help. I want to press you first.
Hold it! Objection! Objection!
Oh my god. Oh man, please. Oh, we're back from the brink, but we still need one more. He's probably got plan B with his witnesses and shit that just dunk us as soon as we're out of this.
Hold it!
Oh, whoops. Oh, back to the evidence. Ooh.
Objection!
Alright, we got our way out of this. For now. There it goes. Alright. We're back. I just looked over and saw the disconnect.
Objection!
What now, Zeeks? What are you gonna pull out of your ass? Zeeks, what are you doing? And the fuck do you mean?
Objection!
Ah, so much for all that work we did. Oh, there comes the cave. That man is dead on his feet. Are we really trusting the statement from him, of all things? That is a man of I am tired. If he can stay awake long enough to do so. Alright, you say you saw two silhouettes, then you saw someone drop something after another collapse, and then you saw that person run in and you went to a police box. Why the fuck do you think it's our client? You want to clarify why you think it's this person? Sir, this is less the testimony of a police officer and more of my wife who has to drag me to where I wanted to take her to eat because I'm so tired from my shift. This is more her testimony than his at this point.
Hold it!
That's fucked. At least on the women part. That doesn't feel like it's gonna be piece of evidence in the future.
Hold it!
Excuse me. And he's back asleep. The fucking fluff from these two, Jesus. We get it, you're in love. Tone it down some. Easy. Y'all want to do something, do it outside the courtroom. You are on the stand.
Hold it!
And yoink to wake him up.
Hold it!
Deeks, calm down. We get it. It's a cop and his wife.
Hold it! Hold it!
Yes, we've heard that one already. That is not how that works, ma'am. Leads us up shit creek without a paddle. Again. Ma'am, please stop using your husband as a punching dummy. Tone it down some, love. And... dunk. Thank you for self-dunking yourself. What little evidence we have to play with, yes. The receipt that says he only bought 3 books.
Objection!
He has a point.
Objection!
Ah, here's the Edgeworth in him. There's the Edgeworth. Fucking hiding evidence. Motherfucker. Ah, yes. There's only 3 books. Until I show you the evidence that shows there was 4 books there. Go fuck yourself. Ah, there's the Edgeworth in this prosecutor. And you decided not to submit this evidence before now because... Right, but she didn't mention that there was 4 books gone flying. There was only 3, and the 4th book is in her hand, which means it's her books, which means it doesn't contradict the receipt, meaning we are fucked. Again. Jesus. Because it's probably her book. Except there's some discoloration on them. I was about to say, let me take a look at this shit. This doesn't help us, but I'd see that discoloration on it. This book is burned. Alliance. Ah, those two. I see. I believe we have taken a turn on this case. Huh. Interesting. They're doing the Come Rider Cross and Come Rider Grease acrylic stands. I see. Living Ranger Key Joss being like, these are getting out of hands. I'm like, these things are cheap as fuck to make. What the fuck do you expect? They are cheap. Susato, we have not been in a terrible position this entire trial. Fucking object, because shit, that's all we got. We gotta do something. Susato, the only reason we're still alive in this game. Zeke, she will fucking flip your ass across this goddamn courtroom. If she so desires. Yeah, you will shut the fuck up. I mean, I already did and I got the update, so I'm ahead of you on that one.
Take that! Objection!
Wrong, 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 wrong. Wrong, 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 wrong. Did you not look at the book yourself? I'm sure you did, but you wanted to ignore it because you hoped that we would ignore it. Except go fuck yourself, Zeeks. Yeah, Zeeks is like, no, 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 my case is perfect. There is no burn mark on the book. What are you talking about? There's no burn. There's no fire in this case. The only fire is when the jury throw the fireballs and make this guy be guilty. Wee. Boop.
Got it!
Don't.
Objection!
Fucking outside chances are our specialty in Ace Attorney, so. I mean, if you didn't talk to the person who this book doesn't actually belongs to.
Objection!
Objection.
So that little side quest of ours actually does pay off for us, thankfully. Hi, Zeke.
Objection!
Ma'am, you're trying to use him as a dummy to punch people with. I don't know if you have room to talk in this conversation.
Objection!
Then how the fuck did this book get to the crime scene? Because it is clearly burnt at the same time a fire happened, and it is this guy's favorite book. There is something fucky going on here, sir. Something's going on, and we need to investigate it. One second, I need to step away. Alright, I'm back. I had to go open the gate for someone real quick.
Guilty!
Guilty.
Guilty!
Guilty.
Guilty! Guilty!
Alright. We will actually stop there for today. Now we haven't gotten to do much because I've talked a lot of stuff to start and has deal with my dog, so but that's what I gotta do. So, next week, we will pick this up. We should be able to wrap up Case 4 next week. I hope. And then we'll be doing Case 5 until, like, we get the dread and polish it off, or so. Yeah, if you like what you're seeing, or actually, before I do the outro. Tomorrow is more Four Swords Adventure. Saturday is us talking shop on State of Play and the like. And Sunday is us talking more Deno. So if you like what you're seeing, drop a follow. Really appreciate it. Chipping away at the Filico at TGZone. Twitter gets you updates when we're live. Exclamation point Discord and chat. Gets you Discord link. Drop by. Say hi. See you tomorrow, folks.